Welcome into the Sporting News Studios. Tom Vandervoort with college basketball writer Ryan Fagan talking about the upcoming college basketball season and some of the top teams like the number 13 North Carolina Tar Heels. And this is going to seem weird, but it seems like their strength is not in the front court anymore. What's going on at Carolina?
It's as much as any team in the country, the strength has completely shifted from last year to this year. You know, last year you had Tyler Zeller and John Henson and Harrison Barnes, three, forwards, centers who went in the, top 15 in the NBA draft. This year they're gone. Kendall Marshall, the point guard's gone. But you look at the shooting guard position for North Carolina, shooting guard, small forward, the wing kind of spot. And you've got Reggie Bullock, who I really think is ready to step up and take a big jump into being a star kind of player. You've got Dexter Strickland coming back from injury, Leslie McDonald coming back from injury, P.J. Hairston, a guy who's a better shooter than his numbers showed last year. I think he's going to step up and be that weapon from the outside. So you've got all this strength in the backcourt, and in the front court, as always, there's talent at Carolina.
Right.
Starting with James Michael McAdoo. But there's not as much experience as there is in the backcourt, which is a complete shift from last year.
Yeah, we talk about McAdoo, and obviously had some moments last year,
Right.
but not really the central role he's going to play. So how much is he the key to this season, him performing up to those very lofty expectations?
He's a big key. They need points from the inside. They need points in the paint. And he's the type of guy that could be a Carolina big man. He can run the floor. He can keep moving. He can score in transition and do those things that guys like Tyler Zeller especially were so good at last year. And he didn't get much playing time because he had first-round draft picks in front of him.
Right.
Like you said, the times he did, there were some rough moments early.
Sure.
But when John Henson got hurt, McAdoo played very well in the tournament. McAdoo played very well in his last couple games, and he's the kind of guy that even though he didn't play big minutes last year, he was still projected as a possible lottery pick. That's
Right.
how much talent he has.
Now, obviously, in the tournament, we saw Kendall Marshall get hurt,
Right.
and we saw what happened to Carolina and deprived us maybe of that matchup with Kentucky we thought
Right.
might happen, right? But so how important now that Kendall Marshall is gone, is that point guard position and who fills that role?
It is huge, and right now Marcus Page, an incoming freshman, is going to be the guy that's going to probably get the first crack at it. But I think it's kind of a good situation for him because he's got guys like Dexter Strickland who can handle the ball. He can play point guard for stretches. Leslie McDonald can even do that, I think, to an extent. But Page is the guy, if he develops into the type of player they feel that he can be, he's the guy that can help make Carolina special again this year.
Now, obviously, a lot of competition right around the corner in State and Duke. Right. They're very good this year. What are some of the hurdles, some of the things Carolina's going to have to overcome to compete with those two teams?
Well, they're going to need production from the paint and guys other than McAdoo. Bryce Johnson, Joel James. They're going to need to be, they're freshmen coming in. They're going to need to be,
they're going to have to take that role
right.
and make
They're going to have
something
to produce.
Right.
They don't need to be 10 to 12, 15-point scorers,
Right.
but they need to be consistent.
Have to have an impact on the game.
Right. They need to have good rebounding percentages. They need to be able to score on putbacks and keep possessions going and those types of things.
All right, that's our look at the North Carolina Tar Heels, rated number 13 in our preseason poll. That's Ryan Fagan. I'm Tom Vandervoort. Thanks for watching.